Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this December the 21st, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Thursday out there so far. Everybody has a great Thursday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the United States pattern here across the satellite imagery here. Also, we're going to take a look at the forecast charts. That'll be your forecast for your Friday and Saturday. Also, we're going to take a look at the Watches Warning Advisory map, the weather radar, and also the snowfall total across the lower 48 as well for the next 16 days. So stick around to the entire video. Do not miss a beat of this forecast. And let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. But first, if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and I'm still trying to reach that 700 subscribers by January 11th. So somebody can please help me out. I'd greatly appreciate it. Get them numbers climbing on up to 700. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, well, let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. And we're going to start off here with the United States. We got a system here moving through portions of the we got another storm system over here in the middle portion of the country, over here around areas of Kansas, also Nebraska, also up towards Iowa, also toward Minnesota. This system will continue to push eastbound, drawing in some Gulf of Mexico moisture and bring a chance of rain towards Christmas Day along the Atlantic coast. But Christmas Eve Day will be over here in the portions of the deep south into the Tennessee and region. Another storm system moving in across southwestern Canada may move into the portions of the northwestern United States as we draw closer into the weekend and into early next week. Subtropical jet, you can see it moving across the Pacific Ocean into the southern portion of the United States and then kind of out into the Atlantic coastal waters. Alright, let's move on to your forecast chart. This is your forecast for your Friday. As you can see here, we got quiet conditions from up here in southeast, southwestern Canada, down the Atlantic coast, from up here in New Brunswick, all the way down through Maine to the Florida region, down to the Florida Keys, also Bahamas, Cuba, back over toward Mississippi, Alabama, more northern central Mexico, also through Texas, all the way up through the Dakotas, Minnesota, back to Montana, Wyoming, and portions of Utah, Nevada, and California regions as well. Alright, we got shower and thunderstorm activity down there across Texas and Louisiana, Gulf of Mexico. Same over here in West Texas, New Mexico. Also in the portion of northwestern Mexico, Gulf of California, also Southern California, and also in the portion of Arizona. Maybe some flash flooding and heavy rain possible with portions of Southern California and Arizona. We have mixed precipitation up here around the Great Lakes region, up here around Lake Superior, Lake Huron, also in northern Michigan. Same in also New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, Utah, portions of southern Nevada, California. Same up here in portions of southern Canada, around Vancouver through the Seattle, Washington region, down to Portland, Oregon, northern California, Nevada, Idaho, and portion of Montana. Shower activity up here in more portion of southwestern Canada, western Washington, Oregon State, northwest California, and more shower activity from Wisconsin all the way over to Ohio, back to Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Kansas City and surrounding areas. Alright, all of this activity is for your Friday, December 22nd. Alright, now let's take a look at your Saturday forecast. We still got quiet conditions across southeast, south, and southwestern Canada. Also over here from New Brunswick, also through Maine, all the way down to the Carolinas, back to Mississippi, Alabama, down to the Florida Keys, Cuba, and Bahamas, northern and central Mexico, much of Gulf of California, all the way up to Washington State, portion of North Dakota, and also northern Minnesota, and portion of Wisconsin. Alright, we got some mixed precipitation up here around New York State, also into Pennsylvania. We got shower activity across southeast, southern Canada, over to the Great Lakes region, into Michigan, Pennsylvania, back to Kentucky, Missouri, Iowa, and also into Minnesota, portions of South Dakota. More shower activity over in portions of Southern California, Arizona, and northwestern Mexico as well. Shower and thunderstorm activity over New Mexico, portion of northeastern Mexico, Gulf of Mexico as well, through Louisiana, all the way up to Nebraska, Kansas, and Oklahoma region in Missouri. We got some snow flying up here in portions of southern Canada through portions of Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming. Mixed precipitation there as well, southern Canada through Montana, back over to North to South Dakota, all the way down to New Mexico, Arizona, back over to Idaho. Some heavier snow possible with portions of Colorado and portion of western Nebraska. All of this activity is for your Saturday, December 23rd. Alright, let's move on to your watches warning advisory map for your location across the nation. As you can see here across the area, we still got those coastal flood, flood warnings in effect for Maine, also down toward Pennsylvania, eastern North Carolina, Virginia, eastern North Carolina, also a little bit down here in southern, into the Big Bend area of Florida. Also, we have these areas of small craft advisory, storm warning in effect for Maine, all the way down to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Same from the east coast of Florida to the Florida Keys. Also over here in portions of California, all the way to Washington State. Alright, we got dense fog advisory for areas up here in portions of Minnesota, back down into areas of Kansas and Nebraska. Special weather statements up here around Vermont and portion of New York State. Dense fog advisory also in effect for portion of Idaho, portion of Washington State. Oregon State, that is, excuse me, and also southern portions of areas of New Mexico. We have winter storm watches, winter weather advisory for portions of Colorado, Utah, also into portions of New Mexico and Arizona. Flood watches remain in effect for areas of portions of Arizona, Southern California, with some flood warnings there as well. Coastal marine warnings along coastal areas of California. Some flood warnings also in effect for Northern California as well. Special weather statements up here in portions of Idaho and also in the portion of Washington State. Also, we have some winter weather advisory for Washington State as well. Alright, the Hawaiian chain island, we still got those small craft advisory around the island chain. Also, we have down over here in Alaska, special weather statements to the west, blizzard warning to the south, freezing spray warning along coastal areas, also the small craft advisory and storm warnings there as well. Alright, weather radar time across the nation. We're going to let the radar load up here and then we're going to go from there. Alright. As you can see, we got some up here around Nova Scotia area, some shower activity there, some mixed precipitation and some rain showers over southern Canada, back into Minnesota through the Dakotas, some shower activity over here from Nebraska all the way down toward Dallas, Texas, Houston over to Louisiana, portion of our Mississippi and Alabama, same up towards St. Louis, Missouri, also up towards Chicago, Illinois, a little bit of activity up in the portion of Michigan, same over here in portion of West Virginia and Ohio and the portion of Kentucky. More shower activity over here in portion of southwestern California and into the portion of northern Gulf of California. Elsewhere it looks pretty quiet at this time. Alright, now let's take a look at snowfall totals over the next 16 days. The heaviest snowfall is over here in portions of southeast Canada, back into Maine. Also over here in portions of areas of Minnesota, back into portions of Kansas and Nebraska and Iowa. Also back in Canada, also in the California region as well. The lighter blue is the lighter amount of snowfall, maybe about a ½ inch to an inch of snow elsewhere in these areas here. Even snow stretching down in the northeast Georgia, western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee as well. North Texas also as well. Some light snow accumulation there possible. Alright, well, hope everybody enjoyed this video. That's your forecast for tonight. Hope everybody has a great evening. Also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing, and tell your neighbors, friends, and their relatives to subscribe to the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel. And we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday evening, folks. Take care.